What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin XCN today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? It's the 2nd of June, and we have about 22 hours left in the day. Before we get into the standard TA stuff, I want to make a quick announcement on something that I think is important. Anybody who's investing in OnyxCoin, you should come in droves to this post here on X.com. If you're on X.com or if you're not on X.com, if you're invested in OnyxCoin, you should be on X.com so you can follow the Onyx DAO here on X. They made a post 8 hours ago saying the Onyx DAO is looking to conduct an AMA in June. We're looking for community feedback on the best date and time. With the launch of Onyx Points, Onyx AI, and the ongoing adoption of XCN Ledger plus more, there's never been a better time to engage with the community. And I think that's great. And I think the main point of what I'm saying here, what I'm trying to address here, is that everybody should attend this AMA, and you should load up some questions or ask questions. You never know, even on this comment thread here, you never know whenever other members of the community might be like, oh, that's a good question, and then that kind of like a bird box starts to retweet in a certain aspect, right? No pun intended on the X Twitter here, but ask questions. We definitely want to have questions being asked. Promote your own questions. Maybe it's a good question, maybe it's not, but maybe even the DAO will see it and they'll like it. Write your comments. There's only 22 comments in here. 5.3 thousand people have seen this, right? Ask your questions. Definitely ask your questions in here and let them know what time and what date you think would be best. Being that they've released this 8 hours ago, I think I don't know. Most people have Sundays off. Whether it's early Sunday or late Sunday, that remains to be seen, I suppose. But I feel like most people do have Sundays off. It's a pretty doable day for most people to have off. Sundays, Mondays, something like that. I think one of those days would be a good day personally. But as far as a date and time myself, I don't know, man. Like, let's just look. Let's just see. Because I think a Sunday or Monday would be great because it's either the end of the week for crypto or the beginning of the week for crypto. And if anything is going to happen in this coming week for crypto, like I think it's going to be, I think we're going to move sideways and be boring kind of with Bitcoin, maybe exciting in some altcoins, but maybe we should do this AMA. If I really had to guess, we should do it, and not that my opinion matters, but I'm looking at the calendar here. I'm thinking we're going to be rallying at the end of this month. So if we had this AMA happen while we're in the midst of the rally, that could help things go up if the AMA is good. It could bring things down if the AMA is bad, but I'm sure it won't be bad. I think, man, like the 22nd, 23rd would be a good day, in my opinion. As far as time goes, I don't care. Whatever, right? Preferably for me, I guess it would be like anything between 8 a.m. Eastern time and after that. Yeah, on any of those days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time, somewhere in that kind of time frame. That'd probably be the best. If you're asking me, I don't know who else is. I'm just gonna write that there right now. I'm gonna say, what day was it again? The 22nd to the 23rd, 22nd or 23rd of June. Reason why is because, one, that gives us about 3 weeks, okay, to ask our questions on the Onyx DAO X page here. Get them like preloaded with some questions so they can review them themselves. Maybe have them loaded up, like what the most popular question is. Gives people time to clear their calendars if they wanna do this. This isn't going to be a huge event or anything, but it could answer some questions that could be good. And then, of course, also 3 weeks from now, I would expect that we're kind of in like a peak phase of moving up higher. Maybe not peak phase, but I think the markets will be rather exciting. And having something like this going on while the markets are being exciting can definitely draw more attention to the project in itself. So I think timing is key. If we have a say in the timing, let's try and do this right. I don't think any time between now and like the next week is a good time. Maybe the following week, if not the 22nd or the 23rd, I would think the 15th or the 16th. But who am I to say that? I'm just gonna say, I vote for June. And I know it seems late, man, but I think later in the month gives people time to prepare if they really want to attend this thing, have some time off. I vote for June 22nd or 23rd, 8 p.m., 8 a.m., 8 a.m. Eastern time, Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern window, something like that, time frame / window. I don't know. Time frame is 2 words. Okay. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, that was kind of a pain in the ass, but I don't know. I know a lot of people watch these OnyxCoin videos. I mean, hell, if we look at the Onyx, if we look at this on the X page here, they got 5,300 views. I'll probably get that amount of views on this video. Who knows? All of you guys who are watching this might put your input in there, man. Put your input. It might matter. You don't have to say the same thing as me. Maybe my time frame sucks. Maybe you're like, dude, C-Zar, that sucks. I need to go in here and put my own vote in there because that's a horrible time. I want it to happen next week. It needs to happen tomorrow. Whatever it is, you know. But that's just my opinion there. Anyways, let's get into the TA. That lasted way longer than I meant for it to. But here we are at about 1.6 cents now, 21 hours and 58 minutes left in the day. I got to admit, guys, I've got to admit, after staking my OnyxCoin for like the past 24 hours, it's one of those things that I'm like kind of kicking myself in the butt. Why didn't I do this sooner? I got, you know, like if OnyxCoin goes to $1 or more, if you're staking right now, you're killing it, right? You're killing it. You don't have to pull those out right now. You can pull them out at any time you want, but you know, claiming your rewards is fairly straightforward. Staking it was fairly straightforward. I had someone tell me that there was a scam. They got scammed. Something happened. I don't know what happened. They sent their funds to the proper wallet to stake, and then some false funds got sent to them. And so they sent their funds back to that address. I forget what happened, but they got scammed, and that kind of sucks. By the way, you guys, there's something going on with DEXs and wallets. If you've noticed, I've noticed recently that if you make a purchase or a transaction on a DEX or on a wallet, you'll get like ghost coins. Like if I bought OnyxCoin on Coinbase wallet, I would get more OnyxCoin that's like duplicated to the dollar amount that I sent there. But it's not OnyxCoin. It's a false OnyxCoin. They make it. It looks like OnyxCoin, but if you try to swap it or liquidate it, it doesn't. There's not enough liquidity. It won't let you do it. Anytime you send money from that to anywhere, it just goes back to the original wallet that sent it to you. So I don't know. It's a scam. Just be cautious, okay? Anytime that there's coins or funds that you didn't put in your wallet, odds are it's not a grace of chance or a chance of good fortune. It's nothing like that. It's a scam. So just be cautious of scams. If that doesn't make sense, don't even worry about it, man. Just be cautious of scams, okay? Here we are at 1.6 cents now, 21 hours, 56 minutes left in the day. Daily RSI got into the oversold. Oh, we got into the oversold zone yesterday. If today closes green, you guys, that really does set us up for a nice bounce because rejecting the oversold zone is a primary. I mean, look at what happened whenever we rejected the overbought zone. Come on. We rejected the overbought zone here, and we went down a pretty immediate in a kind of pretty immediate fashion, right? If we reject the oversold zone, we'll bounce in a pretty immediate fashion as well, get some kind of V-shaped recovery. OnyxCoin, when it moves, it likes to move fast, so it's very possible that could be happening. But at this point in time, looking at the price, I am expecting that we move lower. We probably see the price go down to about 1.43 cents, if not around that area, just below, just above, something like that. It would be really weird to find support here, but Onyx is kind of moving sideways and being weird. So I guess from a structural standpoint, you are at an area that you'd expect to find support, but from a fib standpoint, I would expect that you go lower, right? Something like that. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, let's see, 1 hour, zoom it in here. 1 hour is looking bearish, I would say. 1 hour RSI looks bearish. Yeah, you're gasping for air above the 50, but living below the 50. I think that it's clear that you are going to move down, absolutely. 4 hour also looks bearish. Yeah, you do have bullish divergence. In all fairness, you do have bullish divergence, but honestly, I think that this move here, this little tiny move, that was it. That's what you got with your bullish divergence, nothing more. And genuinely, that's my opinion. If you are to move up, maybe move up to 1.7 cents, maybe move up to 1.8 cents, something like that, even 1.9 cents up here. But I genuinely think that you're going to move down still. It would be a little bit exciting to get above 1.7 cents, I think. If we can get above 1.7 cents, that would be exciting. But I genuinely think no matter what we do from here, we're going to go down. And I'm not expecting a bounce. I do think that we're just going to move straight down. Probably down to 1.4 to 1.45, somewhere in that area. If we move below 1.4 cents, we're fine. It's just a little bit lower than intended. And inevitably, we're going to move up higher. We're going to break out. We're going to see some fantastic price in a very short amount of time. This is also why, I was talking about the 22nd, the 23rd. Was it the 21st, 22nd, 22nd, 23rd? Because I would expect that by the time that week's going on, right, that would be this week here. 23rd, right? I would expect by that time we are probably going to be at new highs for this cycle by that time, right? Whether it's probably not going to be this week, it could be next week or the following week. Maybe it's that week in itself that we're up at these areas, but at that point in time, I think that would it might reflect better. OnyxCoin is going to have some more attention on it, and whenever there's more attention on it, if any kind of bullish news or questions can be asked for people who are curious about investing, I think that could just really help promote user growth and investor growth, right? Holder speculation growth, whatever you want to call it. I got nothing else to say, guys. I feel like I'm running out of words to say, so I'm done. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. With that weekly close, I will say with what happened, not but like 2 hours ago, that last week's close right there, we are in a nice setup to bounce off the 50 here. I mean, overall, we still have higher lows on the weekly. The weekly RSI is super bullish. It gives me all the confidence I need that we're going to move up from here. It's just, the day-to-day stuff, we might dance around a little bit more and move to the downside. But soon enough, we'll be moving up. Just got to have patience. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. All right, bye-bye.